The indigenous roots of American place names, a legacy etched in the land. The United States, a nation often celebrated for its diversity and history, is built upon lands that were home to indigenous peoples for thousands of years. Long before European settlers arrived, Native American tribes cultivated rich cultures, traditions, and languages that remain deeply embedded in the fabric of the nation. One of the most enduring legacies of this indigenous heritage is the names of the places we know today. Half of all U.S. states, 25 in total, bear names derived from Native American languages, a testament to profound influence of these original inhabitants on the nation's geography and identity. A land shaped by native languages. The names of many U.S. states are more than just labels on a map. They are linguistic artifacts that tell stories of the land and its people. These names often originate from indigenous words that describe natural landscapes, tribal identities, or cultural significance. They reflect a deep connection to the environment, revealing how Native Americans understood and interacted with the world around them. For example, Alabama takes its name from the Alabama or Alibamu tribe, with interpretations ranging from clearers of the thicket to gatherers of herbs. Alaska comes from the Aleut word Alexak, meaning the mainland. Arizona derives from the O'odham word O-Onak, meaning little spring. Connecticut is named after the Mohican word Connecticut, meaning place of the long tidal river. Illinois originates from the word Illiniwek, meaning men in the Illinois language. Iowa is named after the Iowa tribe, whose name means gray snow. Mississippi comes from a Choctaw word meaning big water or father waters. Missouri is named after the Missouri tribe, meaning those who have dug canoes. Kentucky is believed to stem from the Iroquois word kentake, meaning in the meadow. These names are not arbitrary. They are rooted in the lived experiences of the people who first inhabited these lands. Rivers, mountains, and valleys were not just physical features, but vital components of their lives, traditions, and survival. The names they gave to these places were a way of understanding and honoring the natural world, a reminder of displaced peoples. While these names serve as a lasting linguistic imprint, they also remind us of the darker chapters of American history. Native American tribes endured centuries of displacement, forced removals, and broken treaties as European settlers expanded westward. Policies like the Indian Removal Act of 1830 and the Trail of Tears sought to erase their physical presence from these lands, yet their legacy endures through the very names we use daily. The name Missouri, for instance, refers to the indigenous people who once thrived along the Missouri River, only to be relocated far from their ancestral lands. Similarly, the name Illinois represents a confederation of tribes who lived in what is now the Midwest before being driven out by war and colonization. These names are not just historical markers. They are reminders of the resilience of Native American tribes in the face of immense adversity. Preserving indigenous heritage. Today, the effort to preserve indigenous heritage is more important than ever. Many Native American languages are endangered, with some on the brink of extinction. However, there is a growing movement to revitalize these languages through education, tribal initiatives, and government support. Recognizing the significance of indigenous place names is a crucial part of this effort. These names are more than just geographical labels. They are echoes of a rich, complex past. By understanding their origins and meanings, we can begin to appreciate the depth of indigenous contributions to American history and culture. This recognition is not just an academic exercise. It is a step toward reconciliation and respect for the original inhabitants of these lands. The presence of Native American names in U.S. geography is a powerful reminder of the original inhabitants of these lands. While history has often overlooked their contributions, the very words we use to describe our state serve as enduring testaments to their existence. Understanding and honoring these names is a step toward recognizing the resilience and cultural richness of Native American tribes, whose stories continue to shape the identity of the United States. As we move forward, let us remember that these names are not just relics of the past. They are living connections to the indigenous peoples who first called this land home. By preserving and celebrating this heritage, we honor their legacy and ensure that their voices are never forgotten.